Welcome, Spartans, to the November edition of Principal's Point. I'm your principal, Cindy Fernback, and I have some important information about your Boardman High School for today's Principal's Point. I'd like to start with where we've been. October was a busy month, and we ended the month with some great Boardman High School traditions. Our Boardman Spartan Marching Band had its in-concert performance, which is a wonderful way of closing the marching season and featuring all of the halftime shows in an indoor venue. As exciting as our band is on the field on a Friday night, the excitement is somehow magnified when the performance is in our gymnasium. The performance featured the band, the Sweethearts, the flag line, and the drum line. Everyone, I'm sure, has his or her favorite performance, but for me, the Hamilton halftime and the Prince halftime were my personal favorites. Great work to all the members of the Boardman Spartan Marching Band, and a special note of appreciation to Mr. Ruggieri, his staff, and all of the many parents who volunteered their time and talents to the Boardman Spartan Marching Band. That band makes us all very proud. Another tradition that we celebrated was our Halloween dress-up for seniors and staff on Monday, October 31st. As principal, I always feel a little bit of anxiety as the dress-up day comes around. I worry a little bit about the costume choices. I worry about the possibility of shenanigans, but this dress-up went off without a hitch. The costumes were creative, fun, witty, and completely appropriate. I attribute most of the success for dress-up activity to you parents who helped your students select costumes. Thank you so much for your help in this. And now, let's take a look forward at some of the upcoming events in November. Our November Early Release Day will be on Wednesday, November 16th. What do we use these early release days for? I would love to explain that to you. Our schedule at the high school does not provide time for teachers to meet with their colleagues who teach the same subject. In other words, we do not have a common plan time for our teachers. In the other buildings in our district, common plan time is available to teachers, and it allows teachers to review student performance and progress data. The Common Plan provides an opportunity for teachers to engage in professional discussion that informs their instruction. Common Plan time also allows teachers to attend various professional development trainings. During our early release days, students are dismissed from regular classes at 1:40 p.m. Upon being dismissed, students have two options. First, if the student drives or is able to arrange transportation, he or she will exit the high school campus upon being released. If, on the other hand, a student is not able to arrange transportation, he or she will be in a supervised study hall until the normal end of the school day. There will still be a normal bus pickup at 2:55 on early release days for students who have remained on campus. If you are picking up your child on one of our early release days, please remember to bring your patience. As you can imagine, traffic can be somewhat heavy at the early release time. Please drive slowly and carefully so that everyone can get off campus safely. Our conference night will be on Tuesday, November 22nd, 2016. Conferences can be scheduled through Friday, November 18th, 2016 by calling Mrs. Marlin in our guidance department. She can be reached at 330-758-7511, extension 61010. Again, to schedule a conference time with your students' teachers, please call Mrs. Marlin at 330-758-7511. There are many good reasons for scheduling a conference with your students' teachers. A conference is an excellent time to ask questions about a grade or about an assignment. It's a great time to offer some insight to the teacher about your child's life, challenges, or learning styles. A conference is a perfect time to ask the teacher for additional practice materials or resources. and to establish a communication plan that works for both the parent and the teacher. Above all, the conference is the best time to parents and teachers to get on the same team. It's a chance for all of us to remember that we are working with the same goal in mind, the education of our students and our children. Again, if you'd like to schedule a conference, please call Mrs. Marlin at 330-758-7511. And finally, in this Where We're Headed segment, I'd like to remind everyone that our fall musical, West Side Story, will be on Thursday, November 17th at 7:30, Friday the 18th, and Saturday the 19th at 7 o'clock p.m., and Sunday the 20th at 2 o'clock p.m. Joining me to talk a little bit about the play is Rob Lewis. For those who may not be familiar with the play West Side Story, can you tell us a little bit about the storyline?
Yeah, of course. So West Side Story is adapted from Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. So it's a modified love story of Romeo and Juliet, in the fact that it takes place in 1950s New York. And there's two opposing gangs, as there are two opposing families in Romeo and Juliet. And a member of the Jets, Tony, he's actually my character, falls in love with a girl called Maria, who's a Puerto Rican shark, which is the other gang. And their love ends up, it follows the story of Romeo and Juliet, but is modified in the way of different deaths and definitely different ways of expressing it. There's lots of gang fights and lots of love songs sung. And in the end, it's similar to Romeo and Juliet in a little way, but you'll have to come see it if you want to know the difference at the end.
Oh, definitely. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what your rehearsal schedule's been like for the play?
Yeah. So we rehearse from 6 to 9 on Monday through Thursday. And recently we've been kind of having rehearsals at 5 to hammer out the big chorus numbers and stuff. And then starting Sunday we have Tech Week, which I'll basically be sleeping at the beat bank. We'll stay after school, eat, and then we'll do our mic check warm-ups, rehearse all night, get notes, and then do the same thing. But Tech Week's full of all complete, full makeup, full costume, and
wow,
full lights, full everything. So
very exciting. Tell me a little bit about, you've been in several plays. What do you think was the greatest challenge of bringing this play to life?
I think the greatest challenge was incorporating the number of cast members we had for this show. We have what is called for in West Side Story. We have about triple the number of girls on stage at times. So under the direction of Nick Opritza, he found a really good way to incorporate them into different chorus numbers and not have everyone on at once, but really just have everything moving, as well as the set pieces to get everyone on stage. Wow,
that sounds exciting. Tell me a little bit about the special production that we're having on Thursday night for one of the legends of drama at Boardman Schools.
Yes. Well, Thursday night we added that fourth show, and technically the big night will be Saturday for Miss Hodge, okay. Miss Janine Hodge, where we're going to have a gala party before we invited over 500 past alumni.
Nice.
We sent out letters and invitation cards, donation cards. We're giving them free tickets. So we sent out over 500 letters to all the alumni to try to get them to come to Saturday's show if they were part of Miss Janine Hodge's show when she was at Boardman. So that should be and then the scholarship, a lot of the proceeds, half of that night's proceeds, or some of the proceeds will go to the scholarship to hopefully benefit one or two students pursuing the arts in college.
Nice, so. Very, very nice. Why don't you tell the people how they can get tickets to come and see the play?
Okay. You can get tickets online as of now. It was a couple weeks back it started. You can order for any night, and tickets are $13 or $10 for students and seniors. And you could also order them online and get will call and just pick them up on the nights of the show. Or you could actually order them right before the show and during lunches this week for students. And the box office will be open all next week from 6 to 8 as well. So there's many opportunities.
And can people buy tickets the nights of the show also?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when the majority of the ticket sales go. But if you want closer seats or middle section, I would definitely advise getting them earlier.
Okay, thank you. And thank you very much for sharing your enthusiasm for our drama department and West Side Story. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, we've looked back at where we've been, and we've looked forward to where we're going. And so now it's time to meet my team. In a building as large as ours, with nearly 130 teachers and support staff, Communication can be a challenge. To help me with that monumental task are my department leaders, and I'd love for you to meet them now.
Hi, my name is Madeline Amaro. I teach Italian 1, 3, and 4, and I'm the department leader for the Foreign Language Department.
Hi, I'm Larry Davis. I teach chemistry and I'm the chairman of the science department.
Hi, my name is Mike Gerthung, and I teach Algebra 2 and AP Calculus, and I am the department leader for the math department.
My name is Janie Marinucci. I teach 9th, 11th, and 12th grade English, and I am the department leader for the English department.
Hi, my name is Karen Mincher, and I teach health in the morning and physical education in the afternoon, and I am the department leader for health, physical education, and consumer sciences.
Hi, I'm Michelle Prokop, and I teach orchestra at Boardman High School, and I'm the department leader for music.
Hi, my name is Brian Rice. I am the Social Studies Department Chair. I teach World History and American Government, and thrilled to be here at BHS every day.
Hello, my name is Rick Smrek, and I am the department leader for the Guidance Department.
Hi, my name is Mrs. Stanton. I teach technology, and I'm the department leader for the Business and Technology Department.
Hi, I am Mrs. Zimmers. I teach Integrated 1 Math with Mr. Reish and Physical Science with Mrs. Cordova, and I have my own class of freshman mathematics students, and I am the department leader for the Department of Intervention.
A big thank you to my department leaders. They truly do keep things moving around BHS. The last item I would like to tell you about is our district-wide PBIS initiative. PBIS stands for Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports. And what that means is a focus toward the good that kids are already doing and supporting them in those good works. As our symbol for PBIS, we have selected the Spartan Shield. Here is a video from our superintendent, Mr. Saxton, where he introduced the symbol to our BHS students.
Hi, I'm Mr. Saxton, the superintendent of Boardman Local Schools. I want you to know that I'm a proud Boardman graduate of Boardman High School, also former principal of Boardman High School. But I'm here not to talk about myself and my history. I'm here to talk about a new program that we're instituting K through 12 across the Boardman Local Schools, and I want to talk to Boardman High School students about it. You always hear us talking about the 3 A's, the academics, the athletics, and the arts. But the 4th A is probably the most important A, and that's attitude and atmosphere. In attitude and atmosphere, you want to focus on the positive. And in K through 12 in our district, we are implementing a program called PBIS, which is Positive Behavior Interventions and Supports. And to represent this program of positive behavior, we've picked one item that we feel is an excellent representation of what this positive attitude should stand for. And that one item is the shield. The shield is very important to the Spartans. The Spartan warriors, they wore helmets, they had breastplates, they had swords, and they had spears, and they had shields. The breastplate and the helmet and the spear and the sword, technically what we call selfish items. They protected the individual warrior. But the shield was the one item that not only protected the individual Spartan, but protected the Spartan to the left and protected the Spartan to the right. It was a very unselfish. It protected the entire Spartan community. And that's what our atmosphere and our positive behavior and intervention supports is about. Every Spartan that walks these halls should feel safe, should feel secure, should feel respected. There's no reason for someone to have to put up from abuse or ridicule. So by implementing the shield, we're asking all our Spartans to use their shield to protect and defend the Spartan family. All students, all grades, all employees. In fact, I've challenged all employees to be responsible for all students in all places. It doesn't matter if you're on the bus, it doesn't matter if you're in the hallway, it doesn't matter if you're on recess, it doesn't matter if you're at a sporting event. We all have to be responsible for all Spartans. And we believe the shield is the exact item to stand for that type of a concept. So we ask, although you can't run around the halls of Boardman High School with physical shields, but every day you can carry your shield and protect the Spartan to your left, protect your Spartan to your right. That's the message about the shield and positive behavior interventions and supports. Go Spartans.
Great video, Mr. Saxton. In our building, we have been sending postcards home when we catch our kids being good and doing good. We also created a shield wall in our main hallway where we place student names when those students have been caught doing good for our Spartan family. It's a wonderful initiative, and we know it's going to make a big difference in our atmosphere here at BHS. I hope you've enjoyed November's episode of Principal's Point. I'm your Boardman High School principal, Cindy Fernback, signing off until next month. Have a blessed Thanksgiving.
And go Spartans!